Sup everybody, Sky Spider here, trying to do the thing. So I've mentioned this deck before. This is my Group Hug Commander deck, Kynaios and Tiro and Meletis, completely reskinned as Adventure Time. Because homies help homies, always. So come along with me and I will show you this awesome deck I've been meaning to show off on camera. So, Commander card, went ahead and foiled it. Finn and Jacoboo. So it does the same thing as Kynaios and Tiros. Flavor text, homies help homies, always. Love that quote from the show. So that is the main thing. So I went ahead and got these Adventure Time sleeves. These are the last unopened ones I could find on the internet. This is what the commander's in, and this is what all the tokens are in. I have a couple of game changers. While this is a bracket 2 deck, I do have a couple game changers I've printed. These have the finalized card backs, which you will see on the sleeves of the actual cards, because the first run, I couldn't figure out how to do the card backs. But these are the game changers. These are the sub-in in case I want to go to a bracket 3. So we have Card Wars, Smothering Tithe. I Floop the Pig. And I love it. You can even see the pig in the art. We have Fierce Guardianship. So we have the Gumball Guardians fighting one of those gold monsters from the final episode, saying, "Evil presence detected." And then for Cyclonic Rift, we have a Black Hole. With this, you can blow bubbles in different dimensions. This 2-dimensional bubble casts a 1-dimensional shadow. This 3-dimensional bubble casts a 2-dimensional shadow. A 4-dimensional bubble casts a 3-dimensional shadow. It's beyond comprehension. But that means you've created, yes, a black hole. Yeah, science is the best. But yeah, these don't really get used much for the deck, so they're not kept in sleeves. That way I remember to change these out if I'm playing, honestly, just the bracket 2 table, which is what I'm aiming for here. So let's start with our ramp spells. And we'll start with Pain Distributor here. You can see it's Surgiac slapping Goblin Ham. When we first met, I was crazy for slapping Goblin Hams. Yeah, I just love that. Surgiac's a really fun character. For Soul Ring, I had to go with the Enchiridion. And this is one of the only ones that's not a quote from the show. The Hero's Handbook, but so much more, as we learn as we get further into the series. We have Arcane Signet as the breadstick wand that kept Finn alive when he left the island. Hot breadsticks are what we break. We don't bake pie and we don't bake cake. You're welcome. That'll be stuck in your head forever now. And I went with a thing with this card and the command tower. Since this is just for the Adventure Time deck, I went ahead and spelled out the colors it does. For 3 visits, we have Thank You, one of my favorite episodes. You, the real good, nice home. Yeah, this is such a heart-touching episode. I love it. For Birds of Paradise, we've got Gunter's dream version, along with the Cosmic Owl. And of course, butt feathers. For Delighted Halfwing, we have Little Marcy, the Survivor. You're so silly, Simon. Yeah, I had to put as much Marceline in this deck as I could. She's like one of my favorites. For Felwar Stone, we have the Crystal Gem Apple. I want you, Finn, so you can be transformed into my sexy Crystal King. Gotta love tree trunks. I'm trying to do the voices. I'm not that great at it. Chromatic Lantern is Evergreen's Wishing Crown. Put on the crown, Gunter. Focus on your one true wish, the destruction of the Catalyst Comet. I really don't think that was Evergreen's true wish either. But yeah, fun episode. Noble Hierarch. I had Princess Cookie. It took me forever to finalize the art. I wasn't sure if I'd go with the sad one or the one with wearing the crown, but in the insane asylum, unfortunately. But yeah, sad episode. I told her I wanted to be a princess like her so I could make all the children happy. And she laughed in my face, man. It really messed me up. Yeah, We also need to get Mailman Jake. He had to be a milkman. He didn't want to be. Sorry. I love this show. Overabundance, of course, we get the 2 lemon grabs. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to say it in their voice. I cannot do that. So that's all the ramp spells. Now we get to the card draw. And of course, you know me, I got to put Time Twister in every damn deck. I mean, I bought one. I kind of have to justify it by using it, right? So we have the Time Sandwich episode, and everyone making their attempts to save the sandwich and just making it look like a cool music video. And we have the perfect sandwich recipe down here from the episode. I'll give you guys a minute to read that. You'll probably have to pause it, though. And then we have one of my personal favorites, Huntress Wizard, as Edric, Spymaster of Trust. Exceptional beasts like us cannot fall in love. That is the secret of ordinary people. Yeah, she's a good off-and-again, on-again lover for Finn. We got to get Ice King, and he is Kami of the Crescent Moon. And one of my favorite quotes from in the whole series. Somebody got hit in the boing loins. Hit in the boing loins. Boing loins. Boing loins. Someone got hit in them. Then for Fire Main Commando, we have Cinnamon Bun the Flame Knight. So, your Fire Wolf can fly? Yep, I taught him. Fire Dog is named Jake too. Then for Howling Mine, we have the Moko Factory. Gotta love that episode. Say hi to your family, BMO. Now, I count this as card draw just because it's Monarch. But Sheriff BMO is the Azure Fleet Commando. Admiral. Tried to say Admiral, came out Commando. Did you know there are more stars in the sky than grains of sand in the sky? I love how BMO almost gets quotes right, but then imagines something new. It's a very good warning of what AI would become when it didn't exist when this came out. So Scrawling Crawler, one of the late additions to the deck. We have Finn building the tower here. And we have the song from it. This will also get stuck in your head. Baby's building a tower into space. Space is where he's gonna find his dad. Daddy's got an arm and baby's gonna harm his arm by tearing it off his dad. I know I have a terrible singing voice. Fuck you. Fevered Visions. I love getting Fiona and Cake on this one. This is from the intro of the Fiona and Cake series. And we have Prismo for the quote, one of my favorite characters. I kind of created a bootleg universe and hid it in Ice King, Simon's brain. It's a quote from Fiona and Cake episodes. Then we have the second Doctor reskinned as Lady Rainicorn. Feels really weird to reskin a Universes Beyond card. And very appropriately, the flavor text is in Korean. This is an actual quote from the episode. This is from the episode Lady and Peebles. And this is her talking about a dream that she had about Jake, where all of her teeth fell out. Yeah, it's a very weird moment. I kind of like the quote. So yeah, had to put it here in Korean because that's all she speaks. Then for Anvil of Bogarden, we have the Gauntlet of the Hero, so Billy's Gauntlet. There's only one known weapon that can harm the Lich. Billy's big old beef fingers. And then we have Font of Mythos, of course, which is the Witch's font. Finn, you have but one chance. While the Witch isn't at full power, you must smite him with this gauntlet. So yeah, these two are kind of the same episode. But that is all of the card draw. Let's move into our disruption removal. This is the biggest suite in the deck. And while there's a ton of removal in here, every single one of them helps the opponent in some way, even though we're getting the better benefit of the two. So for Gilded Drake, we have Cooked Goose. This is Choose Goose from the Fiona and Cake series. Stuff me with lemons and savory spices. It won't snuff out your existential crisis. Then we have Rain of Gunters for Log Infestation. Jake, we got penguins. And I've been meaning to show the tokens as I go. I get to the rest of them at the end here. But the goblin tokens are Gunter tokens. Where the turd is my demonic wishing eye? I've looked everywhere. Gunter had it, of course. So yeah, those are the tokens for that. Then we have the promise of loyalty. What time is it? Yeah, you got to put that quote in there somewhere. Yeah, really good board wipe for this deck. Then Lauren of the Third Path is Princess Bubblegum Scientist. My Goo Goo Mama meter is going babies. That's a hard word to say. It's also very hard to spell. I had to check that like 3 times to make sure I got it right. And then the saddest card in the deck, Parting Gust, where Fern's dying. Hey Finn, I'm not doing so good. Yeah, that's a very, very sad one, but a great card. Chaos Warp, one of the only ones I knew what I wanted to do before I even started on this. We had to get gold. And that entrance on the final episode. Oh my gold! Yeah, that was the quote as gold was warping into place. Generous gift. We got Shoko getting the arm from Princess Bubblegum. I made you an arm. It's a dang plug and play, girl. That's right. I'm a technical wonder child. I love how conceited Princess Bubblegum can be at times. Well, if you haven't noticed, we have the Adventure Time logo for the set, along with the rarity changes. For Beast Within, we've got Finn and Jake as demons in the Nightosphere, and their political rap. Yeah, political rap. Yo, yo, demon apathy. Yo, zappity. Get ready. Government, where you went. Yo, farmer's market. Ride bikes. Get on it. Geodesic domes. Science. You heard? Yeah, it's such a ridiculous rap, but it's adorable. I love it. For Berserk, we once again go back to the lemon grabs. And there is only one. Yeah, I'm never going to try to do a lemon grab voice. No chance. Song of the Dryads, of course, I put the music hole on this. And I love this quote. Only 2 kinds of people can hear my song. Those who see the world with pure childlike wonder, and those with a deep sense of loss in their hearts. To everyone else, I'm just a period in a sentence in the Book of Ooh. Really, really cool concept for a character. We got Get Lost. This is from the episode where Finn and Jake try to save the hot dog knights from the labyrinth, and Jake tries to stretch all the way through so they can remember how to get out. And of course, you've got the hot dog knights cheering for Jake to get him to go a little further. Jake loves when people cheer for him. By the way, these are all literally just pictures of my TV screen. That's why occasionally you can see a Cartoon Network logo. We have Strix Serenade. This is Sergiak as the Birdman. Listen to the babies. Nom nom time. There you go, little ones. Suckle, suckle. Yeah, it's just as horrible as you're thinking. I also love, you can see his eyes stuck in his beard there. Another one I had in my mind before I sat down to start doing this is Redemption Arc. Yeah, that's like probably the best episode of the whole show. And I knew the flavor text before I started too. Do, 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 do. I love how they made the Cheers theme song so important to this series. Oh, there's a little Cartoon Network logo peeking through. Swords to Plowshares. We've got the Donut Witch. After she turns Jake into a really weird body person. Are you all right, my donut pretties? Wait a second. You're a bagel. Liars. Liars everywhere. Yeah, really fun stuff. Also, I really love the person doing the voice of that character and all the other characters she does to the show. Maria Bamford, I believe. She's a fucking phenomenal stand-up comedy person. We have Martial Impetus here with Fern as the Green Knight. Happy birthday, Finn the Human. This was Finn's 17th birthday, I think. This is my favorite episode of the whole show, Hall of Egress. And of course, it's on Mazabeth. Just, wow, this episode still makes me think. Oh, well, now that's just great. You don't put traps in the foyer. The foyer is a safe space. And then we have Pat the Exile here. We have Princess Bubblegum ignoring her debate with the King of Ooh. Man, this was a premonition episode. They did what? Yeah, if you know, you know. Ghostly Prison, we got Finn getting trapped in the little spirit statue there, the spirit lamb. Jake, I'm right here, Jake. I love him messing with the Ice King, though. Oh, now they can actually touch me. Propaganda, of course, we go with King of Ooh, because he's the champion of it. Now, I hear you asking, King of Ooh, how can you be so wise? I'll tell you how. Did you know that I'm 8,000 years old? Could be. Yeah, remind you of anyone? Another wax leader. And now we've got the Demon Blood Sword on Bloodthirsty Blade. Give me my blood back, Joshua! Love sneaking Kynaios in here, even though I couldn't do black cards. We have Winds of Abandon. It's Jake the Brick. Oh no, Mr. Deer is back. Such a weird, random-ass episode, but it's so good. This one made a bunch of my friends laugh their asses off who hadn't seen the show. So we have Swan Song, which is Princess Bubblegum on the morrow. And for flavor text, yep, that really was Princess Bubblegum doing that, not the bird. Oh, yeah. Sound of Drums. I mean, who else? The #1 babe, Ice King. And we got one of his songs on here. Although, I will admit I misquoted this because I did it from memory. I should have looked it up, but I thought I knew it. This magic keeps me alive, but it's driving me crazy. I just want to save you, but how do I save me? Yeah, the last two lines are a little bit different, but mostly the same. For Predatory Impetus, we've got the frog monster. It's not trying to eat us, it's trying to smooch us. This is not a quote from the episode, but it was the only way I could really sum up what was happening, because there was no direct quote I could pull that really made sense. Then we have Imprisoned in the Moon, which is Imprisoned in the Citadel. Once again, we got Prismo here. The only way to get into the Citadel is to commit a cosmic crime. Acquired Mutation. This is after the Elements series, when everyone gets reset. Jake goes back to his alien DNA. And I love this quote. This is a really good example of the show, how they support each other. You and I can fix whatever this is together, whenever. Fix what now? I just like that there's meant to show there's absolutely no judgment. That's just beautiful. Arcane Denial. It's Abracadabra. Abracadaniel. Jeez. Sorry. And I can't believe I almost didn't think to do this flavor text. This was like an 11th hour change as I was printing these. Because yes, he does shout that in his first episode. And it fits perfectly for Arcane Denial since it's a counter-trip counterspell. So that is all of my removal and disruption. Let's move on to just regular old cards. And you know I had to put the Ancient Psychic Tandem War Elephant in here. It's on Sunscorch Regent, like one of my pet cards. It goes in most of my white decks just because I love it. I will chill where I am until you command me. And I don't know if you've noticed on a few of them, if I repeat a name, I usually abbreviate it, like they do on the show. This one, you don't pronounce the letters. It's APTWE. But yeah, very, very cool. Then we have Forced Fruition. This is one of the ways the deck wins, is just filling your opponent's hands up with crap. You got too much money, honey. All this dosh is threatening the structural integrity of the treehouse. If you know furniture and meat, you know what they did with that money next. Bad things. Took me a while, but I finally figured out how to get Marceline in the deck, and she's on Baloth Baratel Entertainer. She's good at goading and making treasure. And then this is just the song I always hear with Marceline. This one gets stuck in my head too. I don't need the world to see that I've been the best I can be, but I don't think I could stand to be where you don't see me. Yeah, I was a drummer, not a singer. You guys know why now. This is a really fun one. Capricopian. It's the James amalgam. And of course, we just have James going random robot noises. I love James. He's adorable. Had to get the Catalyst Comet in here somewhere, so of course it's on approach of the second sun. This is one of the wind conditions. And we have Sweet Pea announcing the approaching of the comet. Very nice. My boy Prismo's in here on Teferi's protection. See, Jake? Monkey's paw. Prismo's so cool. I might change this one up. I'm still not set on the setting for it of PB's testing lab. This is Iron Maiden. I just really like the quotes. Bubblegum is bad. She is? I don't know. But yeah, I might change this to Lemongrab's reconditioning chamber. I'm just not set. I don't know which one I like better. But it was a way to get Phoebe in here. Then we have Lumpy Space Princess on Viceling. And of course, oh my god, you guys, Drama Bomb. Again, I can't really do the voices. Lightning Greaves is on the armor of Zeldaron. I give you first-hand drop ball tips that no one else knows, and this is how you thank me? I absolutely disagree with that. If you know the episode, that was the ghost guarding the armor. We actually played drop ball at a Halloween party a friend of mine threw. It was way more fun than I expected. And then we got the Frontier Warmongers here. You can't just walk away from a rough house. Life of the party is, of course, the party god. Party god can totally be in multiple places at a time, but I can't party foul the party. I'm the party god. And then when you get to the tokens, we've got a slightly different art for it, slightly different text. I totally puked in Jimmy's stereo and killed the party. Yeah, my party god doesn't party foul. My opponent's party god as well. We have a mortal obligation here from when everyone got turned into a zombie. Sugar. And then these are, shuffled the other one in. Okay, these are two of the switch out cards for when I put the game changers in. Oh, the other one was Overabundance. But this one is Strionic Resonator as Marceline's base. This was my original way of getting her into the set. And then, of course, Daddy, why did you eat my fries? I bought them, and they were mine. But you ate them. Yeah, you ate my fries. And I cried, but you didn't see me cry. Yeah, it's always about Daddy's fries. And then we have the Sleeping Fire Giants, Blast Furnace Hellkites. With them, I can remake a new white-hot fire kingdom. They're our last resort, our greatest weapons. Hey, I said no touching. As you can notice, Princess Bubblegum right there, touching things she shouldn't touch, as she usually does. So that's the regular cards. So now we're into the lands. And this is where this deck is really, really beautiful. And again, every one of these is a picture from the show somewhere. And I did get a couple of the locations wrong, so you'll have to forgive me on that if you're another super fan. But we have the mountain here, and it does have flavor text. Come along with me. Here's the plains. You can see Finn and Jake in the field. And the butterfly and bees. Our forest. We can wander through the forest. And then we have Island Princess for Island with Ice King standing on her. And do so as we please. So the intro song is on the 4 basics, and there's only one of each in here. And then these are just in random order. This one is the only one I still have an error on that I need to go back and fix. So this is Sea of Clouds, reskinned as the Cloud Kingdom. And as you can see, I forgot to change the name from Sea of Clouds because my brain just saw clouds. And now for all the flavor text, every one of these on the lands is going to be from BMO. That cloud looks like a deer riding on a bumblebee. Didn't have a good quote, so I just kind of made up this one. I love little BMO quotes. Then for Mana Confluence, since it's chaotic and makes all the colors, it's the Nightosphere. Psst, Do not eat that banana. Rauger and Triome definitely needed a rename, so it's distant lands. And if you look here, we've got a river for the island, we've got the mountains, and then we've got the plains. So it fits the land. And this is Bimo talking to Marceline about their trip on the boat with Finn, Jake, and Susan on the islands episodes. We sailed for 100 days until we landed on a small island. Then the island started rising from the water. We were really on a big cat with legs on his back so he could walk upside down. He said his name was Ted. Again, Bimo hallucinating things. Then we have the Ice Kingdom on Spara's headquarters. Sure, Ice King is a dirtbag born from a mother, but who isn't? It's paraphrasing one of Bimo's quotes from Bimo Noir. I took a few of these from there because they were really good. We have the Donut Orchard on Exotic Orchard. This is where the Swords to Plowshares stuff comes from. And then this is more Bimo hallucinating. Do not eat the donuts, hero. You might end up like Jake, a father of beautiful children. Because he knows something happened to Jake there. But what happened to Jake? He has kids now. We have Tegia here. What the heck? Let's just forget we saw this. Just another ineffable mystery in a universe of mysteries. That's a real quote from an episode from Bimo. This is one of the ones I got wrong. This is not where I thought it was. So this is Rejuvenated Springs. Bimo's friend Susan used to live here. She's as tall as Dracula and King Kong combined. If you remember, this is a quote where Bimo said he felt like he got hit by a Dracula swung by King Kong. So again, I'm stealing little quotes. You can also see I snuck the Simic logo into the background of these. So yeah, that is not actually where the humans used to live. I messed up. Or should I say I donked up. We got Wooded Foothills here. This is from the episode Thank You. It's been so long, I can't wait to have some bread and butter. Plateau here. I think this is from Finn and Canyon riding the motorcycle. It's right before they pull into frame here. Sheriff Bimo doesn't tolerate any bandits in this town. You best be gone before sundown if you know what's good for you, partner. That is not an actual quote, but that is basically what Bimo was doing in one episode. We have spectator seating here, and you can see it's Wizard Battle. It is time for the Whiz-Biz. This is another one I got the location wrong. So I thought this was Banana Man's shack. This is Marceline's ex-boyfriend. What is his name? I'm blanking on his name. He's the piece of shit guy. But yeah, I thought this was Banana Man's shack. If I redo it, I'll change it to be Banana Man. This Grease Monkey's torqued up on automotive styles. And that's something Bimo actually said about Banana Man. For those that don't know, Weird Al Yankovic did the voice for Banana Man. Then we have the hallowed fountains here. Bimo thinks this is where the water goes when you pee. Not an actual quote, but I kind of pulled it from the Grable's episode where Bimo gets caught pouring water in the toilet to pretend he's peeing. Training center, we got the Ooh Junkyard, where Finn meets with Rattleballs. Ha, you weird babies. That's nothing to cry about. It's just garbage trash. And that's in the Distant Lands episode, where Bimo's in space. But it felt like it applied. Then we have Volcanic Island. This is from the Islands episode. I think this is the island where everybody lives in the Matrix, basically. Y'all want to see my dance club? Bimo is a big, beautiful man here. Sorry, beautiful big man here. Bimo often gets adjectives and adverbs out of order. Cool little detail about Bimo. I kind of overanalyzed Bimo's speech patterns to do these. For Stomping Ground, we got this beautiful scene. And then this is taken from Bimo Noir, but it was Lorraine saying it, but Bimo was saying Lorraine's words. Oh, that old thing? I hid that where no one would ever find it. In our secret grown-up kissing spot, remember? So it's in their old stomping ground. That's kind of why I use that flavor text. Savannah. And I kind of pulled this one from an episode that didn't have the scene in it, but it fits the background. This is where Bimo saw Chips and ice cream. When Chips trips over the turtle, it was so funny, but also sad. It made me think about the fragility of my own life. The first sentence is not from the episode, but the entire rest of it is. Then for Ketria Trial, we have Lumpy Space. Bimo wants to go to the weekly prom coming dance. Made up quote, but there really is prom coming in Lumpy Space. For Tundra, of course, we have the Ice Kingdom there. Yep, this doesn't feel dangerous at all. Aren't you coming? I think that one was also from Bimo's Distant Lands episode. Windswept Heath, we have Bimo here at the end of Bimo's birthday episode with, oh God, what is it? The first Bimo, I can't remember his name. Amo, sorry, that was a derp. After Amo tried to kill him and he's got that little memory core of Mo. Oh boy, sure is confusing being grown. I miss you, Mo. Another sad episode. Again, you can see the Cartoon Network episode things slipping in there. Here's our command tower. It's, of course, the treehouse. Again, as I said, I kind of played with the mana symbols a little. And I love this flavor text. This is completely made up by me. I live here with my best friends, Finn and Jake. Neptar lives here too, I guess. You know, Bimo always picking on Neptar. Scalding Tarn. Beautiful scenery from the show. I love these, like, establishing shots they use. And this one is original flavor text. Bimo thinks a bunch of tough duplings live here. They need to watch out, though. They will never see the Bimo chop coming. Pretty sure this is where the guys on the No One Walks Away from a Rough House are from. And then we have the Spire Garden here. I'm pretty sure this was from the Bubble episode. But yeah, Bimo met Bubble and Sparkle here. If you remember who Bubble and Sparkle are, that's a good little callback. Then we have the Candy Kingdom on Bountiful Promenade. Again, imagined flavor text. We travel here all the time. Princess Bubblegum cannot do anything for herself. The important part to making believable Bimo flavor text is do not use contractions. For Jetmir's Garden, we have Farm World. This is the alternate universe from Prismo's Wish Room. Jake says Finn looked weird and pointy here. Remember, Finn actually has a nose in Farm World. Then we have the Arid Mesa. I think this is from a shot in the Ice Kingdom. Stand and deliver, boy, because I'm Robin Hood. Give me all your funny money, Sheriff of Naughty Hams. Really, really cute flavor text. Actual Bimo quote, too. This is the first card I knew I wanted to do. I love this episode. I love that it's raining. It's so rare to get rain in cartoons. And I was like, I need to put that episode on Misty Rainforest of just Finn and Jake sitting there. Finn said he made out with a handsome prince here. If you remember back to Predatory Impetus, it's the same episode. Tropical Island is the weather island. Ironically, another rain episode. We should accept this ride from a stranger. This is a pretty sick ride, I gotta say. That's from the Distant Lands episode where they're getting into the limo. But I also thought it was the ride because they're getting on the bear with the weird Swedish lady. We have Sacred Foundry as the Fire Kingdom here. And this is slightly from Bimo Noir. Frame Princesses, red hot like pizza supper. You can see why I went with Bimo for all these land quotes. Then we have the Flooded Strand here. It's taken from a similar one as the Hallowed Fountain. I think it's just a pan of the same shot. I will never know the pleasures of skinny dipping. Believe it or not, that's a real quote from Bimo. And then we have Reliquary Tower here. I put them at Turtle Princess's library. I was hoping to get one with Turtle Princess in the picture, but I couldn't find anything that really worked out. Turtle Princess tells the best stories. Oh, yeah. Oh, and it worked out. These shuffled up to where my repeated flavor text accident gets in here. So, Breeding Pool for Slime Kingdom. And I went kind of with the Elements episode. Slime Princess throws the best parties. Yeah, I should have caught that before I printed them. I'm going to go back and fix it eventually. I just need to come up with some other flavor text for one of them. And then we've got Steam Vents. Again, that is a really bizarre establishing shot. The ground is farting. We know BMO loves farting and peeing because it's funny to little kids. And BMO's basically a little kid. Then this art almost became the art for Island before I thought of using Island Princess. But this is a reflecting pool now. All BMO sees when BMO looks in the water is football. I really wanted football on one of these cards. So that's the whole main deck. Let's get the rest of the tokens here. For our Monarch token, of course, we have BMO. Welcome, friends. I've been expecting you because of my proximity radar. Really cute. You can kind of see his beard behind the text box. Then for the initiative, which I think I've cut from the deck actually, there is a card that generates its dungeon experienced dungeoneer. So we have the adventure, the initiative, and you can see the farm pooping out the farm animals. So what? Both at the same time? I'm cool. You're gonna fight this. And then these are just the regular maps, but we have a skeleton token in case it's needed. Do the splits. Okay, just don't hurt me. And you can see he's doing the splits in the picture. So yeah, don't have that in the deck currently, but it does exist. We need radiation counters for one of the impetus. Hack, Brownstat, James, speed up that sack lunch. So yeah, I've got a few radiations for the other players. For Get Lost, we have a map token. I'm picking up 3 heart signatures. Ice King must be talking to Finn and Jake. Go to the right, lady. It's from Lady and Peebles. Then for bird tokens, because we need 2 of them, we have Sergiak on one of his birds. I'll let you guys do the singing because I'm starting to embarrass myself more and more every one of these. I try to sing. But yeah, that's from the Birdman episode. And then for our fish token for Parting Gust. Hey, look at this fish. It's Gummy. Hello. It's from the beginning of Elements. And then we have our treasure token. This art is taken from someone on DeviantArt. They're credited at the bottom down there. Pummel. I couldn't find anything from the show that I really liked that wasn't just repeating the same episode over and over. What should we do with all this dosh? You should give it to Robin Hood. Nepner knows just the place to blow your grease. Behold, this recent advertisement. And that's, of course, what gets him to the Wildberry Kingdom. Now, my 2 favorite tokens from the whole thing. The Beast token with lasers coming out of his mouth. Hear me, monster. My people and I wish to party inside you once more. Prithee take us upon thine gut, and we shall party no more with fireworks, but instead with gentle lasers. Gotta love Party Pat and the Party Bears. They're partying in a monster's belly. And then our elephant token is, of course, tree trunks getting smooched up by aliens. Looks like we got the whole place to ourselves, if you know what I'm saying. Wait, don't you think there might be cameras down here? I hope so. God, she is one horny little elephant. But yeah, that is the Adventure Time deck in all of its glory. Really, really fun deck. Really, really fun concept. I love the fucking show. It's my jam. I hope you guys liked looking at it. You can find the full deck list linked in the description, and it is up on Architect. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the site. But yeah, homies help homies, always.